Hi everyone, Amy here with amyswares, and I'm going to make a fun birthday card using some new stencils. Now this is the starred Happy Birthday. This is one of many of the new March release, and this panel from a gel plate was actually made with this curvy path, which is also another new stencil. So I'm going to combine these items and pull together a quick and easy colorful birthday card. I have some mini ink pads from Catherine Pooler, and here's a photo of the finished card to show you the direction that we're headed. So I have this previous gel plate pull that I had done with some distress oxides and that curvy path, and I'm going to ink blend with this deep rich blue from Catherine Pooler on top of it using the starred Happy Birthday. So I have my blending brushes from Alta New. I'm just going to come in with this really deep rich blue and ink blend all over this full 6x6 stencil. So if you aren't familiar with A Colorful Life Designs, it is a small woman-owned business in Texas. It is a one-woman show. She does all the manufacturing, the cutting, the weeding, the shipping, all of it herself. So when you buy from her, you are supporting a very small woman-owned business. So this is part of her March release. There's one of many new stencils in the shop, and there's also 12 brand new colors of card bling, which is the most gorgeous sequins that you can get to embellish your cards. So I'm done with the ink blending, and I'm just going to come in with this nested die. This is I think a torn edge or a deckled edge or something. It's from Craft Stash. I will link it below with all the other products. And if you do follow any of my affiliate links, it'll be no additional cost to you, but it will help me out a lot. So I cut that panel out and attached it to a card base, and now I'm flipping through my critter book. You may have seen my sentiment book. This is my storage solution for all sorts of things in my craft room. I have one for my critters, which are die cut out or fussy cut out and already colored critters. These are baseball card pocket protector sheets. I have one of these binders for my sentiments. I have one for sentiment strips. So this is a way that I'm able to have a lot of components ready to go on hand. So if you're in the mood to color and stamp, but not necessarily turn it into a card, then maybe consider creating something like this, and then you can save a lot of time and have a lot of components ready to go if you want to be a batch and Betty like me. So anyway, I'm just flipping through my options. I do end up going with what was a digi stamp. So it was a stamp that I had printed out previously. If I can find it, I will link it below, but otherwise just use whatever you have. I'm sure you have loads of stamps on hand if you've been making cards for a while. So I'm just flipping through some options, not entirely sure the direction that I want to go. Those are from Journals for Life. This is an old Ellen Hudson, I believe, this lion. So I'm just kind of flipping through, seeing my options, not really sure what direction I want to take it. But like I said, you saw I did end up using that cute little Chubby Unicorn that I had. That was actually previous birthday card invitations that I had made for someone at their request. So I went with that cute little Chubby Unicorn, and here I'm looking at birthday vibes. These are actually more Ellen Hudson strips. I am storing them in a Tailored Expressions simple strip box. So those are available. I will link them in the video description box. And then there's also these stamps, which if they're still available on Amazon, I will link them. If you're familiar, Ellen Hudson did close her shop, but she does have a shop on Amazon right now for some extra stock that she has. So if this stamp set is still available, I'll link it. But if you want it, I wouldn't waste time because I don't think she's going to be replenishing any stock since the store is now closed. So what I'm doing here, I'm figuring out what sentiments I want to use. I got 365 Days More Fabulous, and then this Hip Hip Hooray. So I think I'm going to use both, but what I decide to do is grab the white ones. You're probably wondering why I have white ones in there. These are actually heat embossed with clear on white, or white embossing on white. And the reason I do that is because then I can custom color these strips on demand and have them match perfectly. So I don't have the frustration of trying to match an exact cardstock or keep a bunch of colored cardstock on hand. I just white heat emboss on white, and then I can come in and ink blend over it and have the emboss resist with the sentiment. So you'll see in a moment, I'm actually holding it down with my gel plate. That's another way to kind of dual purpose some of the items in your crafty stash. If you have a gel plate, use it to hold down, you know, a fiddly little die cut or something like this so it doesn't get bent up when you're trying to do it. If you don't have a gel plate or one of the like stick mats from Waffle Flowers, you could also use some maybe post-it tape or white, or not white, mint tape, and kind of flip it over backwards and kind of hold it down that way just to kind of hold it a little more securely. And now I'm using some paper towel to just wipe off the ink on top of the white heat embossing, and now I have perfect custom color matching sentiment strips that match the ink blending that I did on the background. So I'm just going to pop up the cute little Copic colored Chubby Unicorn with some 1-inch foam tape from Scrapbook. I'll link that below. And then I'm going to also pop up this Hip Hip Hooray sentiment on the front of the card, probably with a little thin foam strip. I get those from Amazon just to make it easy, but I want to make sure I have some even coverage on the back of this unicorn so it doesn't get smushed in transit. And then I'm just going to trim this down so it's a little bit shorter with my fussy cutting scissors, and I will liquid glue that with my Scrapbook white glue on the inside of the card. So I'm just going to have some dimension on the front, but then this will be nice and flush. And this says 365 days more fabulous. So I have this fabulous little rainbow unicorn here on the front, and the little sentiment underneath it, which all ties in with that gorgeous Catherine Pooler color here. So just going to place this down, and then I will come in with some blingage to finish the card in just a moment here. Probably fighting with the backer. Oh, look at that. I just totally tore it. Good thing I still could cover it up with the sentiment, so nobody will know but you and I that I just tore that up. So here is some gorgeous blingage. This is also relatively new to the shop. She started actually selling this. Mary Kay would add little free samples, and she still does, but if you want to buy it, there are actual packages that you can buy and pick the colors that you want. And there are 12 new colors in the shop available this month in March. And also, depending on when I release this and depending on when you're watching it, for the very first week only, she's going to offer a bundle price for the 12 new colors of bling. So be sure to check that out. I'll link everything in the video description box below. And can use my coupon AmyFan10 on top of it. So be sure if you buy anything from A Colorful Life Designs, use my coupon AmyFan10 at checkout, because you can use it for everything other than the Master Creator Bundle, which is the full bundle of stencils for that month. So be sure to check it out. Loads of new stuff, tons of inspiration. Also be sure to join our Facebook group if you're on Facebook. We have a Colorful Life Designs fan group where all of us post, and you can chat with us and the other people on the team, and we would love to see you there. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this card. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, and I will catch you next time. Bye.